Goeienaand, good evening, fellow South Africans and citizens of the world, from a very, very warm Brisbane. Now, we have some interesting developments in South Africa involving, unsurprisingly, the EFF. And it drew one Julius Malema, the CIC, into a rare apology. So what did Uncle Julius have to say? Well, here are his words of wisdom. You've got to love Julius Malema. He is as thick as a brick. Okay, Malema, speaking earlier today, he said, "We categorically condemn such action." What action is he talking about? He's talking about his members, EFF members, tearing down posters belonging to the ANC. Okay. "We categorically condemn such action and will take necessary steps against those fighters. Fighters! We apologize to the ANC and pledge our commitment to a free and fair democratic contestation of these elections." Now, did anyone there notice the strange word in that sentence? You know, you've got to take your hat off to Malema, and I'll take this ridiculous hat off now. If he can't think of a word, he just makes one up. You could probably build a dictionary full of Malema's new words, which don't exist, but he makes them up and at a time where he can't think of a logical word to replace the one he's made up. Okay, let me tell you a bit more about this story. Now, I will be showing you a video where you'll see the EFF members tearing the posters down. Now, the reason Malema has got so excited is because the EFF tearing down ANC posters has huge ramifications politically. And I'll tell you what the IEC could do, but it won't do. Okay, the law, the electoral law says that a party that breaches the electoral code, as the EFF has done by tearing down these posters, or ANC posters, can be fined up to 200,000 Rand, lose electoral deposits, and be made to stop working in an area, or even lose its votes from a certain area, which would be catastrophic for the EFF. In the worst case scenario, they could be barred from contesting elections at all. And we all know that the BLF should be barred. I mean, they aren't the EFF, but after the comments made by Andili, it's ridiculous that the IEC has not barred the BLF from participating in the proposed elections. Now, before we go any further on that issue, let me make it very clear that what's going on right now with Eskom is a lot worse than Eskom is telling people. And after this short video of the EFF taking down the posters, I'm going to attach another video of Ted Blum explaining the crisis that Eskom is in. Now, this is important because if there is a blackout and Eskom does go down completely, there's no question that Ramaphosa will call a state of emergency. And he'll say his hands are tied, he can't do anything, and that way the election won't happen. There will be no May election. The ANC will just rule under the state of emergency. If there is a blackout, life as you know it in South Africa will change dramatically. Nothing will be the same. You will find that you will spend a lot more time at home or within a community of people for your own safety. You will find that there will be very little communication with the outside world. As winter approaches, there won't be any heating. You won't be able to use the taps because the water tanks won't have the pumps to put water into these big water tanks that you get your water from, so that the taps will dry up. Cars, you won't be able to use cars because when you go to the petrol station, those pumps need electricity to work. And, you know, all the shops will be empty. There won't be any food because there won't be trucks driving around the place. South Africa is going to become a very, very dangerous place to live. And you just have to look at what's happening in Venezuela right now to basically forecast what will happen in South Africa, because that's a road that follows when the electricity dies. All right, guys, look, I'm going to play these two videos now. Please remember to subscribe to be kept informed, and have a good evening. Bye for now. Oh, and before I go, this is really a very, very important message to everybody. Before I go, if you're in South Africa, if you do nothing else when it comes to prepping for the worst case scenario, if you do nothing else, buy cases of bottled water, because believe me, they'll never go wasted. If nothing happens, you can still drink them. But if the shit hits the fan, believe me, water will be the most important commodity you could ever require. There's a lot more to prepping. A lot of people feel that there's nothing happening in South Africa, so they don't have to worry about it. Well, better be safe than sorry, guys. Alrighty, take care and chat soon. Bye.
Energy expert Ted Blom has described Eskom as absolute liars, saying stage 5 load shedding has already been implemented. According to the utilities definition, 5,000 megawatts are taken offline when stage 5 kicks in. Well, he says the troubled parastatal is already shedding 4,900 megawatts from the national grid. This despite the fact that Eskom claims there's no plan to implement stages 5 to 8 just yet. While South Africans have been battling rolling blackouts since Saturday, with more load shedding expected today.
Stage 1 is up to 1,000 megawatts offline.
Yeah.
Stage 2 is up to 2,000. Stage 3 is up to 3, 4, and 5 is up to 5,000 megawatts. So Eskom is lying to us, because on they said yesterday in their press briefing with the minister in the room that on Monday we dropped 4,900 megawatts. Now, if you follow their definitions,
that's close to 5.
That's stage 5.
Yeah. So you're saying that we're in stage 5, if I'm understanding.
Well, that's why everybody's complaining, because they've never experienced this in their lives before.
Well, I had several random cuts at home throughout the day, and then my load shedding kicked in after 8. So what were those?
Well, that's because they're at stage 5 and they've lost control of the system.
So you don't believe a word they've said?
And no, they're lying. I mean, their own guy, you go to minute number 23 on the YouTube recording, their own guy, Bernard, head of system operations, says plainly, we have reached 4,900 megawatts offline on Monday. It's there, it's clear, everybody can hear it. And yet Eskom's denying it. They're absolute liars.